The very first thing we're going to learn right now is called the running stitch, also known as basting. We'll work from the right side all the way over to the left side, taking really big steps, moving across step by step. We'll complete one entire row, going from the right to the left, and then after that, we'll come back down. Then you'll work your way back from the left side to the right. You'll be completing 2 distinct rows of stitching. This sewing method is called running stitch. It's an incredibly important and essential step to master. All right, first of all, we need to get ready to thread our needle. Take a single strand of thread, and then you'll want to almost completely pull it out. It should be, I'd say, around 3 feet in length, or perhaps under 1 meter. For this initial step, you'll want to pull out a bit more length than usual because we'll be working with a double thread. Threading the needle. Now, regarding the needle, if you are right-handed, you'll naturally hold the thread with your right hand and the needle with your left. Then, you'll focus your gaze on that tiny eye and carefully guide the thread right through it. This way, all right? After you've finished threading, this time we're going to perform a double thread stitch. A double thread stitch simply means we'll be overlapping 2 separate strands of thread. You should make 2 strands of thread overlap. The thread ends, 2 thread ends, one at each side, are secured together. The middle section of the thread is a double strand. Okay, this technique is what we refer to as a double thread stitch. Okay, it makes the thread a little bit thicker. For now, we won't tie a knot. We're not going to tie a knot just yet, because sometimes we do tie a knot and sometimes we don't. So for this particular instance, we will not be tying a knot. Okay, let's go ahead and do it now. Running stitch or basting. Now, if you are using your right hand, or if you are right-handed, then you should hold the needle with your right hand and the fabric with your left. Make sure not to reverse that. However, if you are left-handed, then it's the complete opposite. Your left hand will hold the needle and your right hand will hold the fabric. And for left-handed people, you will generally work from left to right. That's usually how it's done. If you're right-handed, you will sew from the right side to the left side. Please remember, during your sewing process, don't keep switching that needle back and forth between your hands. That will make things very confusing. This is a habit. It's important to develop a good habit. When you're holding the needle with your right hand, then always hold it with your right hand. Please don't switch back and forth, because your left hand needs to hold the fabric firmly in place. Now, for the running stitch or basting stitch, we'll just find a straight line and follow it as you go. First, locate your starting point. Then, insert the needle into the fabric. Extend it out approximately 2 small grid squares, just a little bit further so that it comes out about 1 centimeter, like so. After that, you pull, pulling the end straight right here. At the starting point, we're going to repeat this step just once. We'll return to our initial starting point, and then we'll do it again. 1 step in, 1 step out. You pull it, and then it looks like it has made a loop on the fabric. Okay. This is what we call temporary locking, because we haven't actually tied a knot yet. Since we didn't tie a proper knot, if you pull it, it could easily come undone. By locking it this way, the thread won't be pulled out easily or unravel. So this is like a semi-locking. Okay, then we'll just continue sewing ahead, each time advancing about 1 centimeter, 1 stitch in, 1 stitch out. Pull the thread, make sure you get it straight, then spread the fabric nice and flat. Now, just keep on going in and out, that's right. All right. Every single time, it's 1 in and then 1 out, then pull. That's the rhythm. Okay? Remember, we need to enter and then exit immediately after. 1 entry and 1 exit is considered a single step. You shouldn't break it down into 2 separate steps. What does breaking into 2 steps mean? It means you enter, then pull back, and then come out again from behind. That way, you're dividing 1 step into 2 steps. That's slow. We don't want to be so slow. Okay. And it's not even accurate. Remember, 1 in and 1 out is 1 step. That way it's both quick and precise. And so we continued on sewing, traveling all the way until we finally arrived at end of the line. Now I will very quickly sew forward towards the end. Okay, I've completed the whole line. I'll go down, and then I'll move 1 centimeter down. Okay, once I've moved 1 centimeter down, I can then flip the fabric over, because we need to work from the right side to the left side, so it's essential that I turn the fabric around to proceed in the right direction. Now I have turned it over like this, and then I will sew from right to left again. Sometimes when the thread gets caught, you really shouldn't just yank it hard. Instead, you should carefully loosen it and patiently untangle it. Yes, like this, continue moving along. Getting the thread tangled up is sometimes unavoidable, but it's really not too big a problem. Just slowly and carefully untangle it, okay? Continue all the way, repeating like before, from the right side moving to the left. Remember to always keep the fabric flat, don't let the fabric bunch up. Sewing from the right side to the left side, like this. All right then. So what I'm going to do now is just quickly sew along. Actually, when we say each step is about 1 centimeter, it's approximate. It doesn't have to be exactly 1 centimeter. Now we've reached the end. Okay, it's finished. If you don't want to tie a knot, you can, just like at the beginning, go back a stitch, reverse 1 step, and then come out again, as if making a loop. This would secure the thread so it doesn't come undone easily. Okay. When we finish, make sure to leave a small bit, a few centimeters, at the end, and then cut it. This is running stitch.